Swami Vishnu-devananda and staff in the Bahamas in the early 1990s. Hari Tat Sat.
You also came in 19 Germany. I hope Mother will give me the 19. I think you don't leave when you come.
Don't leave him when
He carries his coattail when they come. Coattail. Coattail, the dark tail. Thank you, Mom. You got eat and mother gave everything. And I'm going to take one of my. Thank you. See, when bring this game, you bring a guitar.
You bring the guitar and come to the Ganges.
Take a deep in the Ganges with a big. The marriage is very beautiful. Unbelievable beautiful. The mountain. I got this guy with the beauty of Himalaya, the mother guy. So try to come. One of my also get take a deep, not sure I love it. Thank you. Thank you. One of my
Should Swamiji speak last or first? Now you'll speak? Alright, Swamiji's saying he'll speak now because it's possible he could get busy later on. So rather than take that chance, he'll take the opportunity now.
I'm going to stories.
I'm going to start with 2 stories.
Then I tell my story.
And then I'll tell my story.
The 2 stories, one is the love story.
2 stories, one of them is a love story.
The love is ordinary love.
This love is not ordinary love.
It's divine love.
It's divine love.
Between Radha and Krishna.
Between Radha and Krishna.
Radha is the cow.
Radha is the cowgirl.
Gopis are milkmaids.
Gopis are milkmaids.
And Radha comes in the same category.
Radha comes in the same category.
All the milkmaids were very devotional.
All the milkmaids were very devotional.
They reached the very high stage of bhakti.
They reached the very high state of bhakti.
They all lived for Krishna.
They all lived for Krishna.
And Krishna's name and playing Leela.
Always singing his name and playing his leelas.
Leela playing.
Leela play.
But they want to see Krishna most of the time.
But they wanted to see Krishna most of the time.
But Krishna most all the time.
But Krishna won't come all of the time.
Always Krishna is missing.
Always Krishna is missing.
They thought that Krishna is in love with Radha only.
So they thought that Krishna loves Radha only.
Radha milkmaid, everyone milkmaid.
Radha milkmaid, everyone was milkmaids.
And they are Adambarni, Krishna one night.
And they all went to Krishna one day.
And they complained.
And they complained to Krishna.
Oh Krishna.
Oh Krishna.
We all love you.
We all love you.
But you are always with Radha.
But you're always with Radha.
How come?
How come?
You don't like Radha also.
You should spend some time with us also.
We give our life to you.
We give our life to you.
But you never able to see, you always under.
But we're never able to see you. You're always running off with Radha.
Krishna, you meet with their heart.
Krishna knew immediately their hearts.
Then teach them what Radha is.
So to teach them what Radha is,
Immediately he pretended we had stomach ache.
immediately he pretended he had a bad stomach ache.
And he started crying.
And he
Oh, please help me, I got a stomach ache.
And he started crying, "Oh Gopis, please help me, I have stomach ache."
You're going to give your life to me.
He said, "You said you were going to give your life to me,
But now my life in danger.
but now my life is in
Please
danger.
help me, give me the medicine.
Please help me, give me some medicine
The
to
stomach
stop
ache.
my stomach ache."
Gopi said, oh Lord, anything you tell me what kind of medicine you want.
The Gopis said, "Oh Lord, anything we'll give. Tell us what kind of medicine you want.
We go anywhere to get it.
We'll do anything to get it.
We'll get me any place.
We'll go anywhere, any place to get it."
And we start rolling up.
And Krishna started to roll around in pain.
And the Gopi were baffled.
And the Gopis were baffled.
They were crying. Oh, Krishna, tell me what we can do.
They were crying, "Oh
How to
Krishna,
remove pain.
tell us what we can do. How can we remove this pain?"
Krishna said, there's only one medicine.
Krishna said, "There's only one medicine.
If you devotee Charamata,
Any devotee is Charanamrita.
Charam means feet.
Charana means feet.
Amata means nectar.
Amrita means nectar.
When any devotee feet is washed by water,
When any devotee's feet is washed by water,
and they water is mentioned,
and that water, if I sip,
then my stomach will go away.
then my stomach ache will go away."
In your devotees, so anyone please find your meaning.
You are also devotee, so any one of
You
you,
told me now.
please wash your feet and give me the water to drink. You told me of your love.
You told you love, you gave everything to me.
Just now you told me you love me, that you
Then
give anything to
you
me.
want the meaning you want.
That's all I want. Just wash one of your feet and give me the water. Then only my stomach ache will go.
They are, oh my Lord, we'll go to hell.
They all said, "Oh my Lord, we'll go to hell.
We'll give water from your feet.
We should drink the water from your feet.
Then our may water from our feet.
Not you drink the water from our feet.
But we are going to hell, we don't want to
We
do
will
that.
go to hell. We don't want to do that."
You know that I tell, devotee, please give me the water.
Krishna said, "I'm in pain. You're all devotees. Please give me some water from one devotee's feet."
Any devotee,
Any devotee.
they are the water, but no one gave water.
They all looked at one another, but nobody was there to give the water.
They know that if we please go to village
So Krishna said, "Please go to the village
and shout, any devotee want to give the water from his feet,
and shout, any devotee willing to give water from their feet to Krishna.
wash them, we'll give water.
To wash their feet and give."
And all the gopis running to villages,
So all the gopis started to run through the villages,
and every house they will ask, oh devotee, a devotee to give water, water feet
so
to
every house they asked, "Any devotee here to wash your feet and give to Krishna?"
But no devotee came out of the house.
But no devotees came out
But
of
they
their
were,
houses.
my God, you see my action.
My God, they thought, "My God, what a sinful action.
We give water to Krishna.
Me giving water to Lord Krishna from my feet.
But he ran down, running.
So they all started running and shouting.
And then one gopi came from the house.
At last, one gopi came running from her house.
And what happened?
What's happened to Krishna?
And then Krishna stomach ache.
So they told Krishna has stomach ache.
And there's only one medicine.
And there's only one medicine. Charanamrita.
Someone please wash their feet.
Someone to please wash their feet and give them water for Krishna.
And then remove the pain.
And only this will remove the pain.
He suffered terribly.
He's suffering terribly.
Immediately, then one being
Immediately that woman washed her feet.
and gave the water. We take this water to Krishna immediately.
And gave the water and said, please take this water immediately to Krishna.
They didn't who is this girl?
They didn't understand who is this woman.
And they are telling, they weren't even, but the one said, run.
That woman said, run, don't wait here. Krishna's suffering, please, run.
And then they took the water and they ran
So they took the water and ran
and brought to Krishna.
and brought to Krishna.
And Krishna drank the water.
And Krishna drank the water.
And his stomach is gone.
And his stomach ache was gone.
And they go be there and who is the one who gave water?
And the gopis asked, who is that woman that gave the water?
They Radha.
That was Radha.
You all said you are good devotion.
You all said you had true devotion.
You give your life to me.
You'd give your life to me.
But I just want to, but you are afraid of me going to hell.
I asked you to give me this water, but you're afraid of going to hell.
But Radha, no, I didn't fear anything.
But Radha never had any fear.
She always remembered me.
She always remembered me.
And I am with the other because of that.
And I'm with her all the time because of that.
She doesn't care hell or heaven.
She doesn't care hell or heaven.
Hell and heaven are the same.
Hell and heaven are all the same.
Because she is a devotion to my true devotion.
Because she has true devotion.
She lives with me
She lives
all the time.
all the time.
There is a true love.
That's called true love.
Now you don't need me. You boy me with God.
Love is not merely bowing before God.
You must give everything to God.
You must give everything to God.
You must sacrifice your ego.
You must sacrifice your ego.
Radha sacrificed ego.
Radha sacrificed her ego
And become one with Krishna.
and became one with Krishna.
So gopis now, they know why they are. They are always running with me.
So now the gopis knew why Krishna was always running with Radha.
So you also will run toward to Krishna and true meaning.
So you all please run towards Krishna, the true meaning.
The second story is
The second
about now
story
karma.
is about the law of karma.
Now karma.
The law of karma.
And Shiva and Parvati in Kailas.
Shiva and Parvati were in Kailas.
Kailas is the picture in the air.
You can see on the other side of the wall a picture of Kailas, the mountains with snow.
And Shiva always living in the Kailas in the snowy
Shiva is
mountains.
always living in the Kailas, in the snowy mountains.
Every evening there is a satsang.
Every evening they have satsang.
But people come to rishis, all angels come
All the rishis, the angels, all would come
to see Shiva to worship me.
to see Lord Shiva, to worship him.
But Parvati, the divine mother,
But Parvati, the divine mother,
told one day Shiva,
told one day to Shiva,
look, all the children suffer in the snow.
look, all your children are suffering in the snow.
You must be all like this, all
You must have a hall like this,
bumper.
a warm hall.
They will get this couple
Where everyone
place.
can sit comfortably.
And Shiva said, no, we don't want here.
Lord Shiva said, no, we don't want any hall.
Devotees come with the devotion.
Devotees come with devotion.
Parvati again, there is no, Shiva is having
Parvati again said, no, Lord, your children are suffering. Oh Lord, that's a signal to put the fire.
Immediately she put the fire.
Immediately she put the fire.
And the hall was burning.
And the hall was
When
burning.
Shiva finished the dance, came back.
And when Lord Shiva came back,
And then the hall was burning.
he saw the hall was burning.
What happened?
Parvati, what happened?
Then he was not by
Saturn said that he wouldn't burn.
Shiva said,
Oh, Shiva said.
then the burn.
Shiva said Saturn did not burn it.
Then who burned it?
Then who burned it?
I did.
I did.
Because you
Rang your drum.
drank.
I did because you played your drum.
They think that,
That was the signal.
oh my God, I didn't. There was dancing.
Oh my God, I didn't intend that I was dancing.
Because
Because of the great devotion of Saturn.
so they show, if what will happen.
So this shows what will happen will happen.
This is the law of karma.
This is the law of karma.
Now my way is going to happen now, karma.
Now my story about the law of karma.
I went for pilgrimage first time.
I went for pilgrimage the first
Up
time.
in the Himalayas.
Up in the
I was
Himalayas.
only 18.
I was only 18.
I never seen snow in my life.
I'd never seen snow in my life.
I didn't need money.
I didn't have any money.
Also, I took more. I won't touch money.
Also, I took the vow I won't touch money.
I live on money. What do I
I
do?
would live on whatever people would
But
give.
Himalayas there's nothing available.
In the Himalayas, there's nothing available.
At last, every day I had to walk 20 miles.
Every day I had to walk 15-20 miles.
And then something wanted me, he begged for.
And something whatever we begged for, we would eat.
Yeah. And one village I went.
And in one-
20 miles.
And in one village I went after walking 15 miles.
And the poor village, there was nothing.
And the poor villagers had nothing.
And so I tried to walk another couple of miles.
So I tried to walk another couple of miles.
But nowhere I could get anything.
But nowhere I could get anything.
At last I sat under a tree,
At last I sat under a tree.
thinking, "No, God will help me. I am very hungry. I can't walk any further."
Thinking, God, now help me. I'm very hungry. I can't walk anymore.
I had to walk 160 miles.
I had to walk 160 miles.
This is first time.
This is
My
my-
stomach is hurting.
This was my first time and my stomach was hurting.
I prayed to God
I prayed to God
and sat on the tree.
and sat underneath the
And I
tree.
was so tired, I lay down.
And I was so tired I lay down.
I was half awake.
I was half asleep.
Somebody came and woke me up.
Somebody came and woke me up.
A old man.
An old man.
And he told,
He told,
"Swami,
Swamiji,
are you hungry?"
are you hungry?
Yes, I am hungry.
I'm hungry.
He was another pilgrim.
He was another pilgrim.
One of the pilgrims.
One of the pilgrims.
And they always carry food in their hand.
They always carried food on their head.
They fry the flour,
So they fried some flour,
right in the wheat flour,
wheat flour,
and mixed with ghee
mixed with ghee
and sugar.
and sugar.
And they carry in their hand. This is the meat, this is the water.
And they carried on their head. This is what they'd eat and they'd drink
They
water.
pick up anything they are on the way.
Because they can't buy anything on the way.
So they get their food.
So everyone had to carry their food.
And from his 7 days of ration,
And from his several days of ration,
he took some of the meat,
he took some of the wheat,
fried meat,
some of the fried wheat,
and gave to me.
and gave to me.
I had only one cloth like this,
I only had one cloth like this
and then with the water with her.
and a water vessel.
And open, so you can put me the food.
And so I opened the cloth. Please, you can put the food in this.
He put meat flour,
He put the wheat flour.
and I was so hungry, I want to eat.
I was so hungry I wanted to eat.
But I thought, no, it's very hard. Maybe I must take it deep in the Ganges and take a bath.
But I thought, no, it's very hot. I should first take a dip in the Ganges, take a bath. The Ganges was very close.
And so I put on from take better. this man.
So this is the wheat flour now.
And I
So I put it in, bundled it up in the cloth,
put it on the shore
and put it on the shore,
and came in the guys
and jumped into the
and
Ganges,
took it deep.
and took a dip.
The water was ice cold.
The water was ice cold.
The ice melted.
Yeah, it's from melted ice.
And I didn't even try to wash my hair.
I didn't even try to wipe myself down.
Sun was hot.
The sun was warm.
So I tried to dry myself then. I came to shore.
So I came to the shore,
And I wanted my eat.
now my only desire was to eat.
In Arabic I came
So in a hurry I came,
and I put everything like this.
and I pulled the cloth,
Everything came down.
and everything fell down.
All the things big.
Everything went into the sand and stones.
I got nothing now.
I had nothing now.
Put it in my mouth.
The food came almost to my mouth,
But if you are not to stand,
but now it's all in the sand.
then what can I do?
Now what can I do?
Then I walked again, even everybody walked in the afternoon.
Then I walked again. Everyone walks in the afternoon.
Another 50 miles.
Another 15 miles.
And I'm getting tired.
Still hungry, tired.
And on the way,
On the way,
a old Swami came.
an old Swami came.
And where do you come from?
He asked, "Where do you come from?"
I'm come from Sivananda Ashram.
I come from Sivananda Ashram.
He formed my hand
He held my hand.
and took me. He come here, come with me.
"You come with me."
And he took me in my heart.
And he took me to a small hut.
And he sumptuous meal we waiting.
And there a sumptuous meal was waiting.
And I could thank him.
I couldn't thank him.
Yeah, I was hungry.
I was so hungry.
After eating, you can't go around to Badrinath.
And after eating, he said, "You can't go alone to
You come with
Badrinath.
me.
You come with me."
He's an old man.
He's an old man.
He also wants somebody to help him.
He also wanted somebody to help him.
And I said, I will only come with you
I said, "I will only come with
if
you
I can go and buy my food."
if I can go and bake my food."
He said, no, you can't do. You come with me.
He said, no, you can't do. You come with me."
And at last he took me all the way to feeding me,
At last, he took me all the way to Badrinath, feeding me on the way,
all the way to Badrinath.
all the way to Badrinath.
This God came to Bahamas.
Thus, God came in the form of this old Swami.
Since the bad karma, food came to
My bad karma, food came almost up to my mouth, but I couldn't eat it.
bad karma is over.
But that bad karma was over.
Then good karma came.
Then the good karma came.
His father came and took me and fed
Someone
me
came and took me and fed me
all the way to Badrinath.
all the way to Badrinath.
This is how the karma works.
This is how the law of karma works.
You can do good thing, bad thing.
You can do good things or bad things,
But God only knows when it's going to come.
but God only knows when the effect is going to come.
And the story.
Another story.
Again, I was wandering
Again, I was wandering
Dwaraka,
to Dwaraka,
then not far from the Gulf.
not far away from the Gulf,
Where Lord Krishna lived there.
where Lord Krishna lived.
And one Dwaraka was underwater.
Now the whole of Dwaraka is underwater.
And I want to visit Dwaraka.
I wanted to visit Dwaraka.
Again, without money, I was wandering.
Again, without money, I was wandering.
I was lying under a tree,
I was lying under a tree,
hungry.
hungry.
I don't know how to beg.
I didn't know how to beg then.
And a young boy is 7-8-year-old boy came.
A 7 or 8-year-old boy came.
How many, why are you lying so hungry?
Swamiji, why are you lying so hungry?
Why can't you go and get some food?
Why can't you go and get some food?
I said, I went, no one gave me.
I said, "I went, but nobody gives me anything."
Don't worry, I will show you how to
He
get it.
said, "Don't worry, I'll show you how to get
Come with
it.
me.
You come with me."
And to meet you, bazaar.
And he took me to a bazaar.
He said, don't go to the shop, that
And he
man
said-
is a bad man.
"Don't go to that shop. That man's a very bad man.
Go to this shop, man.
Go to this shopkeeper.
Then the shopkeeper will give.
That shopkeeper will give."
And then I put them, so then he gave me,
So when I approached that shopkeeper, he gave me plenty.
and within He took me different places.
And within a few minutes he took me to different
And
places.
he told where not to go.
But he told me where not to go
Where to go.
and where to go.
And God came to my boy. He taught me how to make my first food.
And God came to me in the form of this little boy who taught me how to bake my first food.
But if you don't know the suffering, you must learn to bake.
But if you don't know the suffering, you must learn to beg. Don't tell Swami Vishnu.
Then I reached down Dwarka,
Then I reached Dwarka,
but there is no money to pay for the boat trip.
but there was no money to pay for the boat trip.
And an old fisherman came.
And an old fisherman came.
I asked everybody, they won't give you even 2 pennies so I can cross the water.
And I asked everybody, but nobody would give me even 2 pennies to cross the ocean.
And then the old fisherman said, I will take it.
So at last the old fisherman said, Swamiji, I'll take you across.
So he's a fisherman.
So he's a fisherman.
He lives on making fish,
He lives on fishing,
but he's a hard,
but he had a heart.
and he took me across.
And he took me across.
Got the story.
To cut short the story,
I went to Dwarka,
I went to Dwarka,
the temple there,
the temple there,
Indian temple, Indian temple.
the ancient temple there.
But the temple gives food about 200
The temple would give food to about 200 beggars.
And I tried to stand
I tried to stand
in line,
in line,
but I was hungry.
but I was hungry.
I was getting dizzy.
I was getting busy,
Also, there was no guarantee I would get it.
and there was no guarantee I'd get
Because
it,
they want to give to the number of people.
because they only could give to a certain number of
I am
people.
the last one.
I was the last one.
So I won't get it.
I knew I wouldn't get.
So I came out
So I came out
and prayed to God.
and prayed to God.
God, now in your hands for my food.
God, now help me get my food.
In your hand, I am in your hands.
I'm in your hands.
I went to take my position before temple.
I went into the temple, prostrating in the temple.
But I had to go to mainland now
But now I have to go to the mainland
to cross the ocean,
to cross the ocean,
beg food.
to beg food.
But there's food, nothing desert there.
There's no boats, anything there.
In the whole area is
The
desert.
whole area is desert.
And I went to few houses there, and they will be almost very good.
I went to a few houses, but they themselves are almost like beggars.
And no one could give me.
Nobody could give anything.
So I walked to the beach
So I walked to the beach,
and thinking that some boat will take me across.
thinking that some boat would take me across.
But it was time is very low.
But the tide was very low.
All the boats were on the shore.
All the boats were on the shore.
High tide was there, so whenever high
They would
tide,
only come at high tide.
they will take across.
They'd take across.
High tide, they have the boat over.
High tide would take another 4 hours.
I walked on the beach,
So I walked to the beach.
meeting one day, somebody will, out of boat, somebody will take me
Thinking,
across.
after 4 hours, somebody would take me across.
And I was walking around,
I was walking alone
and nothing, from nowhere,
from nowhere.
somebody came.
Somebody came
He had a tin.
and they had tin.
He had Swami,
Swamiji,
you want something?
do you want something?
Yes, definitely.
Yes, definitely.
And he took my tin. Peanuts
And he took from the tin peanuts
and the cash and the dates.
and dates.
He gave it to me.
He gave me a little bit.
I was so happy I got something to eat
I
now.
was so happy that I had something to eat now.
I walked about 15 feet.
I walked about 15 feet.
I forgot to thank even.
I had forgotten even to thank him.
I turned back.
I turned back.
There was nobody there.
There was nobody there.
God came
God came
in the way and he demonstrated devotee people. He was being devotee somebody.
God came in the form of this man and demonstrated that he won't allow the devotees to suffer.
I got me.
This is how I got my food. in Dwarka.
By that time, the tide came,
By that time the tide
and
came
the fishermen took me across.
and it took me across.
I thought I did so many times.
I suffered like this so many times.
God came his way.
God comes in many ways to help me.
Then I went to Gangotri.
Then I went to Gangotri.
One day they came.
I wanted to live in the cave
He was been there.
in the winter.
Greater winter, the country winter.
I was accustomed to Canada winters,
But the temperature was about -5 degrees.
but the temperature in Gangotri was always about -5 degrees.
And I got no problem.
I had no problem. I could do pranayama,
I'm better made some.
build up my strength,
I hate
the heat.
But after 2 weeks,
But after 2 weeks or so,
I had a pandit to cook food for me.
that time I had a pandit to cook food,
And in Nepal, is boy
and
to bring.
there's a Nepalese boy that would bring firewood regularly.
And also one of my disciples was there.
Also one of my disciples was there.
I had 3 people.
So I had 3 people.
Nagano
I thought I had no problems,
but God has a different idea.
but God had a different idea.
The stone not started.
Snow had not started this time.
One stone started.
Once the snow
He
starts,
called me to
we
be
can't go anywhere.
and 6 months he was like that.
6 months you're stuck there.
And but I looked here because I thought Pandit to go.
But I had no fear. I had Panditji there.
In Nepal, boy to bring firewood.
The Nepalese boy used to bring firewood
I
regularly.
remember Swami, they
And one of my own Swami disciples was there.
see what, how more God punished me.
See how God punished me.
I only want to see God.
I thought I only want to see God.
I don't mind suffering.
I don't mind suffering.
But God said, you don't know what suffering is.
But God said, you don't know what suffering is.
And then next time,
Next day,
the Panditji had earache.
the Panditji had an earache.
The Panditji was about to cook.
The Panditji who was cooking, supposed to cook.
And he complained, he was over me and
He complained that several years he had this earache problem.
And if the snow comes, nothing we can do then.
And I thought if the snow comes, there's nothing we could
I
do
had
there.
first medicine,
I had first aid medicine,
but I tried one or the other.
but nothing helped him.
He made anything.
His pain went on increasing.
And the next day,
Next day,
there's no gain.
the next day the snow came.
First snow.
The first snow.
Everything stopped.
Everything stopped.
And the boy who had to cook in Nepal boy.
There was a boy who came to help, called the Nepalese boy who bring the wood.
And he had to go to his village.
He said he had to go to his village far away.
His mother died.
His mother died.
His father,
His father was alone.
so he had to go.
Now he has to go.
So he took day of me.
So he took leave.
And now, Pandit is with the earache.
Now Panditji with the earache.
And then whenever I was supposed to
The boy who bring the wood, he's gone.
and I had to send my disciple for some urgent work.
And I had to send my disciple for some urgent work in the south.
I got nobody now.
So now I had nobody.
I'm not worried about me.
I wasn't worried about me.
Panditji.
I was worried about Panditji.
I can't send it to hospital. There's no hospital
I
nearby.
couldn't send him to a hospital because there's no hospital nearby.
And there's no way you can even walk with the earache.
No, he couldn't even walk with the earache.
Next show is non-stop. Everything going to be suffering.
Next snow, everything would stop. He'd be suffering.
I tried begging Panditji.
So I begged him,
He must go down.
he must go down.
Then somebody is going.
Somebody's going.
They'll guide you.
In a vehicle, I'll guard you.
But he said, I won't leave you alone.
He said, Asomji, I won't leave you alone.
But I said, if you everything, how can I can't
I
take
said, but how, if you're sick, how can I take care of you?
I can't take care of myself.
I can't take care of myself.
Big burden for me.
It would be a big burden for me.
So you please must go with a guide who is going down.
So please, you must go with the guide who's going down.
This is the first step. Then after snow comes more, you will be able to walk down.
After snow comes more, you won't be able to walk down.
At last, great difficulty then, but you know.
At last, with great difficulty, I still can't you down.
Body is gone.
So the Nepalese boy is gone.
Now, there's nobody there.
Now I have nobody there.
I got no water even to drink.
I have no water even to
I had
drink.
to break the ice in the
I'd have to break the ice on the Ganges
to get the
to
water.
get water to drink.
But I can walk down to my knees broken.
But I couldn't walk easily down to the Ganges because of my broken knees.
I asked someone to help me.
So I asked somebody to come and help me.
Poor Mumbai.
Poor boy.
He brought an axe, broke the ice
He brought an axe and broke the ice
on the canyon.
of the Ganges
And brought 2 buckets of water.
and brought 2 buckets of water.
Then the bishop was 3 or 4 days.
That was sufficient for 3 or 4 days.
And I don't know how to cook.
I didn't know how to cook.
I don't know they teach me how to boil water.
So I asked him to teach me how to boil potatoes.
He is very simple. They put in the water and
So it's very simple. You put them in the water and boil them.
then learn how to boil water.
So I learned how to boil potatoes
And boil water.
and boil potatoes.
With cold water drinking.
Cold water to drink.
But after 2 days I got water and further.
After a couple of days I couldn't walk down any
Then
further.
I found my frostbite.
Then I found my frostbite.
And the soldiers carried me
And
down.
the soldiers carried me down.
And then next day I arrived
And
there.
then the next day another accident.
The majors and the colonel who gives notice to carry him down. Somebody will give 2 jeeps for you.
The major who got the soldiers to carry me down had said, "Don't you will give 2 jeeps for you.
And one for you.
One for you, the back one,
And another one for soldiers right
and one for soldiers going down, the front one."
And they cleared snow as much as they can.
They cleared the snow as much as they could.
They narrow.
It's a very narrow road. It's
Those feet down.
the Himalayan road, 1,000 feet dropped down to the river. One very narrow.
And when the first jeep came in, I was on board.
When the first jeep,
The colonel said, "Somebody you be."
the colonel said, "You be in the back jeep in case there's any problems.
If something happens,
If something happens, then it will happen to the first jeep.
soldiers will be there to help you."
The soldiers will be there to help you."
So I said, no. If something should happen, I will be the first
But I
person.
said, "No, that's not right. If something should happen, I should be in the first jeep."
So I asked my jeep in the place.
So I asked my jeep to be in the front.
And I put it to all mountains.
So I prostrated before the
And
soldiers.
they get, when they previous day,
But previous day they carried me down
carried the heat in the
through the deep snow.
heat, painting me and
Very difficult.
walk.
To walk.
Every 5 minutes they change.
Every 5 minutes they'd have to change.
I put it to all of them.
So I prostrated before all of them.
I got in the jeep,
Got in the jeep
and in 10 minutes,
in 10 minutes.
then jeep made an enter where we are.
That jeep went into a head-on collision with another jeep.
The car,
See the Kaaba.
the previous jeep went there all the body.
The previous jeep was
Now
supposed to take
my driver, I was injured. I told the
my driver and I were both injured.
I told the Swami my car,
And 2 or 3 other Swamis were in the same car.
all was injured.
They were also injured.
My head went down,
My head went on the dashboard.
knee went down,
Knee went, bashed it.
and my chin
My chin was
broken.
cut.
And I was bleeding,
I was bleeding.
but no one could help me.
No one to help.
Everyone injured.
Everyone's injured.
And they got Java road one jeep,
I rolled from the jeep
and the snow I put snow
and put snow all over my head
to stop
to
the
stop the
bleeding.
bleeding.
After 15 minutes, another jeep came
And after 15-20 minutes, the other jeep came
and told them.
with the soldiers.
And then the
And they saw the accident.
man
They transferred me immediately into the other car
and to me too.
and took me down to Kashi.
Then first, then
The first time when he was in hospital.
and I know they don't. We can't even much here.
So they told me that, sorry, we can't do anything much here. We have to go to Bombay.
And then is developing.
Gangrene is developing.
So then I tried to call for my Indian call is phone here.
So I tried to call to Bombay, but phoning within India is very difficult.
So I called Canada.
So I called Canada.
I asked Canada, please tell.
And he asked for Kartikeya to please phone Dr. Vyas in Bombay.
And then no one knew what happened to me.
No one knew what had happened to me.
Dr. Mel will come meet me.
The doctor said, please come immediately.
I had Bombay.
So I arrived in Bombay.
And they put me in the
They
room.
put me in a nursing home, like somebody mentioned the other day.
And they seeing God's punishment.
See God's punishment.
I want to go
I wanted to go
see
see God alone in the cave.
but God said no, you is suffering humanity.
But God said, no, you must see the suffering of humanity.
And a man came in front, he could not open the door.
So a man came without knocking, opening my
And
door,
shouted at me.
shouting at me,
But don't make it noise here.
don't make noise here.
Don't hear my wife is crying.
Don't you hear my wife is crying
In bad pain.
in pain,
She never pain.
labor pain.
And I said, oh my God, I didn't know that. If I can,
My God, I didn't know that. Please forgive me, I wouldn't make noise.
Even
He went.
after 2-3 days,
After
he was
2-3
taking
days.
first baby home.
If he wanted to take his first baby home.
Because he went by the day in the prize, I mean,
Before he went, by this time he knew the flying Swami was there.
and he gave him baby.
And he came, this time he knocked on the door.
And prayed.
And
Sorry,
prayed.
I know who you were.
Somebody I didn't know who you were.
I heard that
I shouted at you.
Please forgive me.
Please forgive me.
Then I told him, no, I will not forgive you, forgive me.
I told him, no, not me forgiving you, you forgive me.
I never suffered humanity.
I didn't understand the suffering of
How much
humanity.
mothers get pain.
How much mothers go through pain.
I also must give pain to my own mother.
I also must have given pain to my own mother.
So you also give pain.
So also you gave pain to your mothers.
All mothers suffer.
All mothers suffer.
So you taught me a big lesson.
So you taught me a big lesson.
I put before you.
I prostrate before you.
Then I came there, made a call and Frankfurt,
And then from there I went to Frankfurt, to Germany.
and I tried to find a prayer against the treatment by
And he tried to find, he went to a clinic for treatment for gangrene.
But they want to cut me toes.
In India they wanted to amputate his toes.
I can't do that any.
So somebody, I called Olga Devi
He told,
and I told,
I don't know, I called Nadi because they arrange some,
I called Kartikeya and please called Olga Devi to arrange some treatment.
and I arrived in Frankfurt,
So I arrived in Frankfurt
wheelchair again.
in a wheelchair again.
They gave me, they brought me in the plane,
It was great difficulty they brought me from the plane.
and the day in Dugan, other two things they waited for me.
And Kartikeya and Joganand and some others were waiting for me.
I went on
Went to hospital,
and it was
a naturopathic clinic.
and the doctor was an old man,
The doctor was an old man,
and that day he 76 years old.
76 years old.
But in the morning he came pregnant and told me, I told my legs are numb
So the next day he came, I told him my legs are numb,
and no pain.
no pain.
You can see the bleeding
You can
everywhere.
see the blisters everywhere.
But he said,
Did he
after
say,
Nani, I will treat him,
I will treat you.
and he gave clay
He gave clay,
and
alternated with cabbage.
cabbage and dry clay.
Cabbage and clay.
Everything was oozing.
Everything was oozing.
But unbelievably, in few days, the
Unbelievable.
clay
In a few days,
The clay and cabbage
Put
together.
clay and cabbage together.
Now I was telling these to
Somebody's telling us because of Dhanvantari over there.
the only is made that one is the Dhanvantari.
Dhanvantari, you have to explain what you do with your clay. He's behind your vest.
What happened is that they put the clay on Swami Vishnu's feet for 1 hour and wet with gauze around it. And then they take it off and rinse it with water without touching it, and then 1 hour in air. Then you take green cabbage and grate it like a oatmeal, very soft and mushy, and you put a poultice for 1 hour, and then you rinse that off in 1 hour in air, and you keep repeating it, and then when you go to sleep you leave a clay on or a cabbage on. And what happened is, in 3 days, his feet were brand new.
Wow.
They were going to amputate them in Bombay. I have used the same process. Swami Vishnu gave me the clay on very, very bad burn, which in 3 days had no red mark. I couldn't find where the burn had been. Very, very bad. And on poison ivy, that the doctors had said it was going to take 6 months to go away, red and oozing and water coming off. And started on a Friday with this friend of mine. And on Monday, he went to work and he bandaged it. When he came home, he unbandaged it. He was going to work on it, but he couldn't find where it was to bandage it. And
They drove cabbage, clay,
Cabbage and clay.
It's
The best medicine for healing wounds like that.
unbelievable.
You can't believe the power of the clay.
Can't believe the power of the clay. I'll conclude the story.
What we want to show you what's
I need to show how the karma works.
Now I'm going to go there.
Now I'm going to
I know
Gangotri.
my money is been different.
I hope I don't get into this trouble.
My grandma, I hope you pray for me.
Please pray for me.
Then my grandma will be there.
So this is no.
In there, no, thank you.
So this is how to conclude. Thank you all.
Okay.
Next program.
Our next program is
This is my dear Shanmukaranji.
Okay.
And behind me is Prema from Minneapolis.
Okay.
And we were here, such a wonderful paradise, real paradise and kingdom of heaven. With the Swami Vishnu-devananda and all the apostles giving 3-4 wonderful Katha and Bhagavad Gita. And we are leaving, we are all like Narada, flying without aeroplane, just by chanting the holy name. Take over. All Vishnu-devananda Maharaj ki jai. Sivananda Bhagavan ki jai.
And after coming here, I did some boat riding. I learned some asanas. And I learned some asanas and boat riding, everything.
Boat driving?
Yeah, boat driving. Boat driving. I drove the boat. I drove the boat, yes.
Okay.
And it was nice. And everybody helped us so much.
Oh, San Francisco?
Huh? Swami Sita is my Swami.
Take my picture?
Who was that? I don't think she did.
No.
Frame the fetus, the picture you gave me. So where is it? Frame it and put it on the altar.
Soul belongs to the Haribol.
Haribol. He's the one that cooks for all of us.
Jayadev. Jayadev. Somebody called you Jayadev.
Jai.
Thank you.
Om Namo Narayana.